Hey up everybody, my name is Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, and today I wanted to take some time to use this small platform that I have to promote small creators. So I'm just going to go through my subscriptions. I'm going to talk about all the channels that are on here. There's a couple larger ones, like the Real Gyms for instance is a larger channel, so I'll skim that sort of thing. But generally I'm just going to go through all these channels and just give a bit of a discussion about them. Talk about a different, like show you a bit little clips of a couple different videos and see if they're something that would be of interest onto you. So we're going to start off with Flipindistical Productions. Sorry. So this is someone that I do actually know in real life, and I've appeared in a couple of his videos. Really nice guy. Really, and if you just look at the channel, you will see it's a snapshot of someone that is very, very genuine, who's working on making films. He's currently releasing a film called Steve the Stammer's Missing Painting. Really fun combination of, I don't even know how to describe it really. It's an adventure-y kind of film where the painting goes on an adventure, and it's fun to see all the different people that it comes into contact with along the way, because particularly the further that you get into the film, the bigger the stakes actually get, because this painting is getting so far away from its original creator that's kind of the point of the film. It's a really, really fun film. I can't wait for it to be out, and when it comes out I'll probably do a video talking about it and maybe reacting to not reacting to the whole film obviously, but just like maybe react to a trailer or something like that. There's loads of fun stuff on here. Cheap Bastard is a really fun film, and the music's really good. The music is really, really satisfying. Like, it's really nice. Generally acoustic guitar, mostly acoustic guitar, but he's been experimenting with a few like stuff in DAW, digital audio workstations and stuff like that. So yeah, really check out Flipindistical Productions. Next up, we're going to go to Tantris Humble, that's actually his second channel. Main channel is Tantris Humble. He does these kind of philosophical sort of animated kind of videos.
Gen Z,
quite long form content, which generally does quite well. Hence, you know, you get 10 views, 16k views. I think there's a couple that have gotten like 50k views. So really well done to him on that. And he does really interesting things, just talking about, you know, various existential concepts, and I think that's really satisfying to do. And I think that if he keeps at this, he is going to really, really pop off, because stuff like debunking the worst take on male loneliness, brackets non-red pill. Yeah, I think the thumbnails and the general style of these videos is what really elevates them as well, because they're really professionally put together.
Anime, manga, Nintendo.
And he does quite interesting things with the, you know, the story time animation kind of thing. And he manages to make these videos quite long, and they stay this consistently edited throughout the entire thing. And yeah, I really recommend this channel. Really recommend it. So we're going to then move on to the Don't Tell Show, who is one of the figureheads of the quote folk filmmaking movement. He does a lot of reviews of folk films and stuff like that. He's made a couple projects himself, like this, featuring Joe Zalas, who's a really nice guy. Worked with him before. Really, if you're making a film, hire him. If you're in the Midlands/Manchester area. Yeah, he took a break a couple of years ago, and then he came back a few months ago with just loads of movie reviews and this thing called Folk Flicks, which is essentially just the promoting of various folk films and that kind of thing. So it's really worth checking this channel out if you're interested in the folk filmmaking community and what, you know, various creators are making, and just it's a good place to catch up with all the things that are going on. And he also just does videos about whatever he likes as well in terms of film. So really genuine person, and really satisfying to watch, really easy to watch. You know, can you check this video out as well, because this video is not doing particularly well on the algorithm for some reason. The only reason I know that is because he made a post talking about it.
Despite being 35 years old when The Breakfast Club was released,
I like his voice. His voice is quite soothing and
confusions
satisfying.
of being a teenager, as much as he did the problems facing middle-aged men. But one thing's
they're not actually all like this. This is actually a bit of a different style. He normally does sort of this face kind of thing.
Over the place in time and
mixed with footage from the film that he's talking about. So you get a nice combination there. So that's another really good channel. Next up, we're going to talk about Andy Beyer-Bowden, who's someone that I've been following for about 7 years now. And he's only got 100 subscribers after 7 years, which I think is just criminal, because if you look at some of his content has changed. When I got into him, he was making, okay, 6 years, so. This is my favorite one of his videos, is the fight ring. It's just so much fun. And I don't know what camera he has, but it's so satisfying to watch this stuff, because it's almost like kids hanging out and having fun, but turned into a proper movie. It looks really high-end, right? It looks really professional. The only thing that's not super professional is the sound, but I think he's got that covered now. He's sorted that. Look at the quality, and it's just natural lighting. It's so good. It's so cinematic. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful, and the cinematography that he gets out of this, I really, really hope to God that he has made like some decent connections in the industry, or like gotten some jobs out of this, because it's so good. And lately he's shifted gears as he's probably matured and so on, to making these more inspirational, philosophical kind of videos that are sort of kind of combine this really experimental style of editing to yeah. So you got this, which has really just great cinematography to it. And I like the 4:3 kind of thing, and I like the muted colours and the nostalgic return to, say, a 90s, early 2000s, or possibly even earlier visual style. I think that whatever he's doing visually really, really works, and I really recommend you check this channel out, and particularly watch some of these videos, particularly watch some of the old ones as well, because the old ones are quite a lot of fun, and the new ones are more about inspiration, motivation, and just being a bit more like in touch with your own self. So they're a bit more serious in that regard. So yeah, really, really love that channel. Really love Andy Beyer-Bowden. And another channel that I wanted to cover is Little Alex. So when I began making these videos, I didn't really think anything of them. I just kind of made them and just pumped them out, right? And it was only when I saw this channel and I saw Alex kind of talk about the various things that impact her, I realized that this was a community. This sort of idea of just making videos where you talk. It's an actual community of people. And so the one that I watched first was, I can't remember. Man, 26 is such a weird age, which kind of resonated with me because I'm 25 at the moment, and so I'm approaching 26. And, you know, obviously it's a bit stupid to sort of be like, oh, I'm 25, I'm old. And, you know, you are aware of that, but at the same time, that doesn't make the feeling go away. It's the same way that if you're depressed and someone just says, oh, why don't you just be happy? It's like, oh, yeah, I'll try that. It doesn't work. Yeah. So she's got quite a few really nice philosophical, existential videos. I quite liked this unfiltered rant about why it sucks being a woman. Because if you haven't noticed, I'm not a woman, so it's nice to see from that perspective. I know, it's hard to believe with this hair that I'm not actually a woman, but sorry, I hate to break it to you. Right, so we're going to do... Oh, yeah, really, please do check out Little Alex. And her videos are really soothing to watch. The ones she did quite recently, yeah, Things I'm Ashamed to Admit, really struck a chord with me because she really lists out some amazing, like, universal vulnerabilities that I think we all have. Even if you don't have the same ones that she does, you have similar things that you're embarrassed to admit. And she's very upfront, very true and very honest, and I really respect that. And I think I even left a comment about it, yeah. Oh, she responded. Ah, so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for responding. It doesn't show me a notification for that. She also live streams. I haven't checked out the live streams. But if you like PS3, Xbox 360 sort of video games, like I like Oblivion. It was one of my favourite games, but I think I've gotten sick of it. Let's see. They Should Make Larger Fruits is another really good channel. I think she's a trans woman. And a video that she did Yeah, when I make videos about being trans, I get way more views, which I think is really funny because it shows that the algorithm pumps out certain things. It's like I noticed when I make videos about, like when I started, if I made videos about London, they got more views, and so I started to attach myself to making videos about London, and eventually that started to falter, and it didn't really work as much anymore. And I started making videos about other things, and I started to find that if I make videos about making music and pumping out as much music as possible, those start to get views. So I started making them as well. And at some point, those are going to start to dip down, and another thing will come along, and another thing will come along. And I think what's happening with her is it's working, and she's finding new avenues. So she's getting more views now on other things. While these might be the most viewed bits of content at the moment, she seems to be like moving on to other things like general philosophy around art and the human experience and that kind of thing. So I really like that. Similar to Little Alex, it's just a really nice existential, philosophical, true to life look at a singular person, and I like those kind of things. Really good channel. Really check out They Should Make Larger Fruits. Next up, we're gonna hit Doomed Productions, who is one of members of the folk filmmaking community, who I really like. They did a project making 5 feature films in a year a couple of years ago. I think they hit that. They did a couple documentaries and they did a couple proper big feature films. Most recently, they've come out with this film, Little Black Submarines, which they've uploaded like 4 times for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but it seems to work for them. So maybe it's a good idea, maybe to just keep doing that. And then I really like their attitude, their approach to making content. They do a really good job of finding new things and finding new ways to tackle the topics that they want to cover. And they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. They're 2 really engaging guys, and they've made some really great folk films. And just like October was probably one of my favorite films of 2020. I think it was 2020 that it came out. It was one of my favorite films of the year, bar none. Not as just a folk film, as a film in general. I'm saying it was one of the best. Yeah, I don't have like an extreme amount to say other than you should just really go check them out, because I feel like they deserve more in terms of views and subscribers and watch time and all those kind of things, because they're putting a lot of effort in. They are putting a lot of effort in. They've got some really, really solid projects under their belt. Really solid stuff, like the Wild Boys. I think it's a trilogy. I think they've got 3 of them. These films really, really good. They've got a couple video essay kind of things. They've got Video Carnage, is another really good film. October is the film that I think is my favourite. They've got loads of films. I've not seen all of them, but they've got like 15 or something ridiculous, and they keep making them. And I don't know how they manage it. They pump these films out like nothing else, and they're really high quality. I really am in awe of that. And they've done videos describing their process, and they were quite an inspiration for me, actually, for making Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, because it showed that I could make a film quickly and efficiently, and with the resources that I have available, create a new world, essentially. So that was really satisfying. Mathieu, she did this one song called OMG, I Made a Bedroom Pop Banger. It was really good, actually. Her singing was really nice. I made a video called Calling All Musicians, and she emailed me in, because I set out to make an email band, and she messaged me, and yeah, she's got a nice singing voice. So we're probably going to collaborate on something at some point. Yeah, who else is on my list? Tixar Music did a song called Motoric that I don't think I can show you because I think it's copyrighted. But really small channel. Bariska's Bell, oh, don't tell me they got, oh good, they kept it. And this is a really fun 48-hour film challenge, or 36-hour film challenge. I'm a sucker for things that are for free, that are done, this might actually be 1-1 actually. But I love things that are reminiscent of the past, that make it feel like this is something that wasn't filmed in 2024. This might have been filmed in, 1988. I kind of like that. I like that timelessness. It's really fun to me. And this is a sort of a film about someone that's really over planning a date, and they end up just having a date with Pumpkin, with a hat on, with a wig on. And it's just so great, because the way that, I feel like it maybe takes a bit too long to actually get into it, but once they do get into it, it's brilliant. the one-sided dialogue manages to work so well. And it makes the pumpkin feel like a character. And then, yeah, it's got a really fun punchline that I want you to find out for yourself. Expert Opinions is a small channel that has gotten a little bit big lately. They did this one video called King Gizzard's Strange Changes that it analyzes
and the Lizard Wizard.
King Gizzard album Changes. But they do a really good job of it. I mean, look at some of the editing. Look at this editing. This is editing of a channel that has like 100 times the following that this channel actually has. And I think that they deserve to be bigger. They need to be big. Sorry. They need to be bigger because look at the smoothness of everything. Look at how well he explains the concept. If you watch this video and you don't know much about music theory, I'm not a big music theory person, but he managed to make me understand modal interchanges and all of these kind of because Changes as an album has a lot of really fucky. It's essentially going between D and F sharp or something like that, and it uses the notes of those scales when it changes. So the notes of the scale change from part to part of the song. It's really hard to explain, but he manages to explain it and does it in a way that makes it feel so simple. Yeah, love this video, seen it 3 times now. You do such a good job of explaining music theory. And I told him I recommend that he does a couple more Gizzard albums, which I still do because I think the audience now has latched on, because if you look at his channel, it's got a lot more views than everything else. So clearly he has managed to get, I reckon about 500 of those 718 subscribers are King Gizzard fans that would want to see more music-related content. Hence why I think these 2 videos about sound in general have gone well, but the video about the Chicago grid and the video about rugby haven't done quite as well. So yeah, I'm just having a look at what else I've got on here. Styler Music is a grime artist, or maybe driller, I'm not sure. Grime artist that I met while I was actually recording a video. I was recording a video called Music as a Form of Therapy. It's one of the first videos that I put for this channel. And as I'm recording it, he pulls up and he asks if I do music videos, and I say yeah. And so I just checked him out, and he's got some really fun music videos actually. The one that I liked the most, I think it was Intro actually. I think I really liked Intro, and I really liked Take It or Leave. No, I really liked Go Get It, that was it. I liked Take It or Leave It as well, but Go Get It really was great. Beyer-Bowden Productions is a friend of mine who done a couple fun short films, really nice sort of stuff. E-Girl was really good. Everything I Want was really good. And he's filmed a few things with me, and yeah, I really can't recommend that you work with this guy enough because he's a really talented cameraman. Everything on here is quite old, so I need. It's not the channel that most reflects him, so there's not much I have to say about him. Gesm67 is a close friend of mine who he did these 2 documentaries, one on XXXTentacion and one on Little Peep, and they managed to really blow up, and he managed to get an audience following those, and it just sort of shows you that no matter who you are, because he's just a guy, and he managed to become a mini celebrity for a bit. I remember walking around with him, and there were these 2 girls that stopped him and asked him, "Are you Gesm67?" And I was just like, fuck, that's Gesm67. I'm here with Gesm67. I just thought that was great. So yeah, I did some videos with him as well in 2018. That was maybe one of the best times. Like, I just loved creating stuff for this guy, and I still do. And really entertaining videos. I really recommend checking out these 2 documentaries because they're quite insightful into these people's lives. Really quite heartfelt, and they both have really solid emotional conclusions as well. Wrap everything background. Uncle Mikki is a really good. It's almost like a small version of Red Letter Media. It's like Red Letter Media, but like before Red Letter Media blew up. If that's, I think that's the best way of explaining it. I go into them from their Ralph the Movie Maker reviews. I mean, I like Ralph the Movie Maker, but I have to admit, I didn't much care for Lava or Golden Arrow. So it was fun to sort of see a good faith criticism takedown of his works, because also it shows that, because I don't want to fall into the same sort of trappings that, say, Ralph the Movie Maker fell into. I want to fall into different trappings and maybe get my own review from Uncle Mikki that rips into me, and it'll be in a different way. And they're and they're not above like self-criticism as well. And they do a lot of movie reviews and stuff like that. They're really satisfying, really watchable, and their movies as well are quite fun. Unsubscribed was good. I'm trying to remember what the one was that he wore the glasses and he was a retail estate agent. If you find that one, check it out because it's really, really something. I'm just seeing if it pops up on Popular. Please subscribe. Oh yeah, an infomercial for a haunted house. This is it. This one's brilliant. The Kip Wallace guarantee. Look at his glasses. They're so good. He's really nailed the character. I love this. I love this. It's so much fun. Watch this. And what's the making of as well. Just seeing what other channels we actually have. Do I have any more channels? I should have a few more. Okay, Low Budget Visions. I'll do Low Budget Visions. Low Budget Visions is a really small scale creator who is literally just one guy with a camera that has gone out and made feature films all on his own, completely of his own accord. And he just goes out and does it, you know. He just goes out there and does it, and he'll just film a video and put it out there. And I like that just, yeah, fuck you, I'll do it my way kind of approach that he has. And I love that. And he's a really just really down-to-earth guy, really enjoyable person, fun character to watch, and very watchable content, particularly his talky sort of ones, like Why I Celebrate Low-Budget Filmmaking. Just really satisfying content that I've muted.
Record this video today on the top.
Yeah, there you are. There's what his voice sounds like. So if you want to listen to it, then do. I think that's everything I have to cover. I think that's everybody. Who was this? It's a speed run that my friend did. Dopamine Cloud has got some really fun music as well. I want to see if I can remember the one. Yeah, July 13 was probably the one I liked the most. It almost sounded a bit Aphex Twin, like ambient works. I really like the album cover, or the single cover, the planes and the sky. Really nice, really love it. Yeah, and he makes a lot of music as well. Like, you keep scrolling down, there's loads of this stuff. So I really... Has he got an album or anything like that? I'm just going to have a quick... I don't see anything to do with albums. He's got a compilation album. He's got 2 compilation albums, so go listen to those. Oh, actually, yeah, and listen to the 13 July thing as well, which I think is my favourite thing he's done. Or she's done, I don't actually know. And I'm just seeing who else is on here. Who's Jake Frew? That's a big channel, doesn't matter. This guy did a film called Bluff, which is... would you believe that this has a budget of £1,500?
Drugs is all I've ever known.
I bloody wouldn't. It looks really high-end, right? It looks like a proper film you would see in the cinema. And I think that's just incredible. Really good film. Yeah, don't have anything to add to it. I'm just seeing if there's any... Because I want to try and cover everybody that is on my little list. Greenlight Productions is a friend of mine. He does a lot of really good sort of... I don't know... Just really satisfying, really easy to work with. Love working with this guy. I'm struggling now because I'm just trying to find. I feel like I've missed someone. Who's Modus? Oh yeah. Yeah, he did a couple music videos as well that I quite liked. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Was it In the Airplane Over the Sea? That was the one I liked. I think it was. Yeah. Really nice cover. Oh, I don't think I can play it actually because it's a copyrighted song. All right. I think with this, I'm going to close it out because I'm running out of things to say. And I feel like as the video went on, it maybe sounded like I was less enthusiastic about people. That's not a criticism on anybody. I just have been doing this about half an hour now. And you run out of things to say. But honestly, check out all the channels. I'll try and remember to list them all in the description. They're all such beautiful people that are all doing amazing things that are all unique to them. And yeah, I wanted to use this time and this platform that I've acquired, because I've got about 3,000 subscribers now, which I know isn't like a vast amount, but if I can get even a couple eyes on any of these people, then I feel like that's my job done. Because I feel like it should be the job of the small creators to boost one another up rather than to compete for the top. That is my idea. I feel like we should help one another out rather than try and scrap to get to the top of the pile. You know, like you get big and then you pull the ladder up behind you sort of thing. I don't want to do that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Please, if you are a small content creator, please comment in this video, and at some point I'll try and do another one of these videos once I've found enough new people that I can say something about them. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this. Have a great rest of the day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.